Hey everybody, this is Lisa Baudouin in Lisa's chat room. I talk about all kinds of things that I have to deal with. Today though, we're going to be talking about the Swiffer Wet Jet Mop. Now I've already made one video. This is a follow-up video to that video. And as you can see, this is torn apart. So the first thing I want to say here is I am just sharing information, and it's basically for quote entertainment purposes only, unquote. Anything you do at your own risk and peril, and what I do may not work out for you, so you need to acknowledge that before moving forward. I already have a part 1 of the Swiffer Wet Jet video. Please go watch that first and then come back to this one. But in a nutshell, basically that one was my second wet jet, and the problem was it froze up. And the first one froze up too, and I tossed that out. Second one froze up. Go watch that one first. What I was talking about, and I'll show you how I tore it apart in a minute, but this is the motor. This is a newer model, and I actually just bought this today. Here's the box. Because what I wanted to do was I wanted to check out this motor. My Swiffer Wet Jet, the motor in it was really corroded. Here's the new bottle. This came with the new model. This is an old bottle, and what I did was I just hacksawed the lip off, see? And I will do that with this too, because I'm allergic to formaldehyde, and I don't want someone to control the chemicals that I use on my floor. I use very light ingredients. What I do is I fill this bottle halfway with distilled vinegar, not even, maybe like here, and then this is hot water. I wash my floors, and then I actually go over them and I rinse with water. And so I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in this one, but basically I wanted to talk more about the unit itself. I didn't know if the motor, it was all crusted. It's because of me using distilled vinegar, because vinegar is very acidic when it comes to mechanisms such as rubber and plastics and whatnot. I have to be really careful with vinegar, and that's why I run the vinegar and water, and then I do the water to try to get all of that out of the system. So, but the first couple times I might have left that bottle sitting in here. So what had happened was the bottles, the way they're made, you can see that the top has these little holes in them. It appeared that it just kept dripping. So it could have been the chemical, or that I just left this on there and it dripped in and it just got corroded in time. So that is one major thing. Do not leave the bottle sit in the chamber. How it looks when it's put together is like this. The bottle sits into this chamber here. Your batteries are here. I explained before you do anything, if it stops working, check your batteries first. And then the wet jet sprayers, there's the sprayers right there. Getting back to this one, I've got this one completely apart too. And the reason I did this was I wanted to see what this motor looked like brand new. You know, because I don't know. So, and the thing is when I bought this was in here and there was a piece of tape holding it. So I was thinking, oh my gosh, why do they do that? And is there anything going on in here? Because again, I'm not sure if it was because the bottle just started leaking, and they may say, well, it's because you did this. Well, no, it's not, because I'll show you. I'm going to take this over to my sink. See that? See? So I think what happened was it just dripped. Let's take a look at this one. Now this one is different, and honestly, I haven't done anything to the top of this lid. That's how it was. Let's take a look at that. Looks just like this. Okay, there's a bunch of holes. This one just has one. Okay, so nothing's coming out. I'm going to actually try this one out first before I screw around with it. I am definitely going to end up taking off the lip here and putting in my own stuff. So maybe what happened was that stuff would drip in. Not sure. But again, you buy products as they are, and you know, they obviously kind of upgraded everything. They upgraded the bottle, and now I've got this torn apart. So just let me show you really quickly here. Here, it's going to sit on like that, and then this is going to go here. And what I did was there's a screw in there, and then there's 2 screws in the front, and actually they sit right here, and right here. And they're small screws, and you just take them out. Now my tool arsenal that I use on this is my Milwaukee screwdriver, which every person should have one of these. This thing is the most nicest thing I've had. I've had it for 10 years. It looks like crap, but it gets used. It has the left torque and the right torque, or no torque. And then also your mini pry bar. This is really nice to have because I opened it and you can see I kind of marred it. I started right here. So let me back up. I started right here. I pried right here. And this thing is really tough to get off, and you're going to mark it up a bit. What'll happen is these things are really stuck on there very tight. These things right here. There's slight differences in the body itself, but the motor, that's where the real difference is. And this seems to be encapsulated. So maybe there was some kind of design flaw, not sure with the first run. You make a product and then you refine it and you get it better and better and better. So not saying anything was their fault. I'm just saying this seems to be a little bit better compared to the older one. That may be because they've created a new design so that the liquid does not get into the chamber. The final hack I do is I use paper towel as my mop head. Now I do have the mop heads, and it is nice. Once it's all done, you put the mop heads on, it just sticks. It's like a Velcro. It's actually plastic, but it's really great, and the mop head just goes on. There's no fuss, no muss. You just use it and you just spray it, and it picks up a lot of the dirt. But my opinion is that when I use those mop heads, I kind of see this film, at least to me. Okay, this is my opinion. This is my video. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't like that. I don't like the idea that there's something within that mop head. It's probably something to keep that mop head preserved better. I put you on pause for a second. I actually have some. These are great because you just take the mop head and you just go like this and it sticks. That's wonderful. I mean, it is nice. And then you can just mop, and then your floor is done. You throw it away. But for me, my problem is I'm not sure what's in here. So I will do a little investigating too. There's also generic brands that you can buy. I'm not sure what the price difference is, but I do know there's some generic brands. But what I do is I have these two scrunchie rubber bands. And actually, when I buy these, I have to clean these really well. And my living space has minimal amounts of chemicals anyway because of the allergies. I just made a decision to just declutter and clean up my house and get it to where cleaning is really simple and it really minimizes any kind of chemicals that are in my home. What I do is I use the paper towel, and it's really easy. I love the size that they're at, and then I just fold them over a little bit, and then I fold them again, and I put them on here, okay, like that. And this goes onto the front. And then I just take and wrap them over on each side. And then I mop my floor. Easy peasy. And of course I use a different one for each room. You know, I wouldn't want to use this same one from the bathroom in the front room, right? Obviously. But then what I do is I use very hot water with just distilled vinegar. Okay, not straight vinegar, distilled vinegar. So it's very, very diluted vinegar. And then very, very hot water to dry. And the thing is back in the day, what people used to clean mostly was hot water. I personally don't want chemicals on my floor. I want to be walking around and then I get them on my feet or my socks, and then I have it in my clothing. And believe me, trust me, if there's formaldehyde in your clothing, it's all over you, in your hair, in your skin, on your eyes, and it feels, for me, it feels like insulation with fiberglass in it, especially like brand new clothes. The debate is how much is in this clothing, how much, and who's tracking it. There's one video over there about the formaldehyde allergy so far, but I'm going to do quite a few. I'm getting them ready now. So anyway, point is, this is what I do, easy peasy, and then I just take these little rubber bands and I just actually just put them on here and wrap them around for the next time when I mop my floor. So that being said, this video is finished. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns or anything, just please put something in the comments below. And that's about it. I will have a link from part 1 for this, and then eventually when I get part 3, I'll make sure to link them up, okay? All right, so please stay safe and stay healthy, and I'll see you again next time in Lisa's chat room.